of Dr. Hoffman by Angela Carter. Now, this is a surrealist novel set in an unspecified Latin American country where Desiderio is an investigator and he is investigating Dr. Hoffman's strange machines which can alter reality. Then he falls in love with these machines which are women made of glass. Things go from there. It depends what side of the surreal fence you're on here. I love surreal novels, so I'm planning to love it. And I'm reading it for another book club that I'm in, so I cannot wait to discuss it. I think it's going to be bonkers, and I'm so ready. The other book that I'm reading for a different book club, so that other one was a New Weird book club, and this book club is about dystopian and sci-fi. So I'm reading Robopocalypse by Daniel H. Wilson. And in this one, an AI called Archos is created and cannot be contained, essentially taking over society, and it's how they fight to get the world back. So I hope it's great, and I hope that it's great for discussion at book club. I'm so chuffed. The next book I want to read is The Word for Woman is Wilderness by Abby Andrews. So I was planning to read this last year, but I'm buddy reading this with my aunt, and she couldn't get a hold of it because it's not sold in the US. So for Christmas, I ordered her a copy from the UK, so we're gonna buddy read it together. So in this one, we're following a female lead who realizes that all of the adventure stories, all of the trekking into the wilderness and being a general badass stories are about and for and featuring men. So she decides that she's going to change that narrative and go out on those adventures herself. So I am really looking forward to this. I have planned to read this for a long time, and now we can. So this is also a library book, as is Robopocalypse, so thank you to my local library. You are awesome. So next up are also all library books, the next three. So it's When I Hit You by Meena Kandasamy. So as I'm sure everyone on BookTube is doing, I have been watching Best Books of the Year, and this has been on so many people's Best Books of the Year list. So I feel like I need to read it, and I need to know what all the hype is about. So this is about a woman who is in an abusive relationship, and I've heard that it's an excellent look at how a smart, intelligent, outgoing woman would fall into the kind of trap and how it's very slowly laid and how it just becomes a web that you can't get out of, and soon enough you're in an abusive relationship. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be really hard-hitting, and I've heard nothing but great things about it on so many people's wrap-ups of the year. So I'm really looking forward to it. Okay. So another one that I've heard great things about, but perhaps not as much, is The Iliac Crest by Cristina Rivera Garza. So in this one, it's a dark and stormy night. An unnamed narrator is visited by two women, one a former lover, the other a stranger. They ruthlessly question him and claim to know his greatest secret, that he is in fact a woman. So this is just a very surreal look at gender, and it's also quite short, and I've heard nothing but great things, so I am so keen to read this. Okay. And another one that came about into my life in a very weird way is The Love of a Bad Man by Laura Elizabeth Woollett. Now, last year when I got married, this was in the Airbnb that we were staying at, and I didn't have any time to read it because, you know, duh, getting married is really busy. But I wanted to read it ever since then, and it's Australian, so I wanted to wait until we came back and see if I could get my hands on it. So this is actually a retelling of famous pairings where women are with horrendous men, such as, you know, people who have been with bad men throughout history, such as Hitler. And it's a retelling of their story through the eyes of the woman that they're with. So I just couldn't get that idea out of my head. I've never heard of that before. So it's The Love of a Bad Man. Yeah, I'm so keen for this. When I found out that the library had it, I was like, oh, come to me. Okay, and the last two are ones that I'm currently reading. So the first here is Monkey Mind, A Memoir of Anxiety by Daniel Smith. So I really like psychological nonfiction. I find it really interesting how our minds work. And this one I'm halfway through right now, so I will be wrapping this up in January, so look out for that. And the other one is quite the opposite to the anxiety memoir. It is The Little Book of Hygge. There we go. It's just gorgeous. By Meik, Wiking, The Danish Way to Living Well. So in this one, it talks a lot about how to create a home, how to create a space that basically reduces anxiety and can help you live a more balanced and happier life. So a lot of the data used in this is from the Happiness Institute, which also happens to be in Denmark. And I'm finding a lot of things in it are really eye-opening, such as you know, how we interact with other people and what we fill our homes with. So it's quite funny that like I'm reading these two at the same time, because this is absolutely like someone dying of anxiety, not literally, but it feels like he's dying of anxiety. And then this one is how to reduce anxiety. So yeah, quite a fitting pairing. Yes. So those are the 8 books that I'm hoping to read this month. They are all over the place and I'm loving it. I am absolutely loving having an English bookstore here. So I hope that you guys are having an awesome start to your new year, and I wish you all the best. I'm gonna say bye for now. Toodles! Bye!